Oh boy. Well, happy Valentine's Day to Mama Hen. For sure, I know she comes to visit. Beyond that, I really don't have a clue. Sometimes I had 8 on one of them. That was something. I think Rob might come visit once in a while. I'd like to think Sharon comes to visit once in a while. Probably doesn't. It's okay, you know. I think about her every day. And we're both getting old. And Mama Hen knows about all of that. I still have a picture in my mind of Mama Hen when she was a baby. Not quite. Most babies look very similar. About 4 years old. Pretty sure that was in the time of the World War II. Boy, what a time, man. What a time. Mom called, asked how I was doing. Did I make it through the blizzard okay? 7:47 in the morning. She's always been a day person. I'm typically a night person. A done day. A done third shift too. At the moment, I'm most comfortable getting up at 12. That's my number at the moment. Used to be 3 because I'd work until 4 and bed by 8 and up by 3. Whatever schedule you're working. But if I'm up by 12 and work by 5, that gives me time to, I can't drink. Drinking has its place before bed. Certainly you're supposed to do it before you go to work. That'd be dumb. Sure, people have tried it, but it's really dumb. I had a calling to look for McGowan Anga, or it's actually Anga McGowan, but it's the way they do things over there in Europe. And typically my Facebook doesn't always do what I ask it to do with a click. You have to figure other ways. So I ended up looking through the wall of all of my friends. It ain't 5,000. I mean, I could be there all day doing that. I probably went through 50 of them, but I'm impressed. I love them all. I know the activists. I'm one. And those who are most active, I do know. McGowan Anga, or Anga McGowan, typically helps me out on my game. I do that during the day too. I play Bubble Safari, monkey game, shooting bubbles and figuring out ways to get the job done. But man, I really shouldn't even mention any names. I mean, I was impressed about almost every one of them, even the ones that didn't put a face up there, because most of those, I kind of knew what they were about anyhow. video of my birds. They're not really mine, of course. They only come here because, well, it's their home territory, and it just so happens that some things spread a whole bunch of food out there, you know. We do have a resident hawk that needs to get some once in a while. It's highly unlikely I'll catch that one on film because I don't videotape a whole lot of stuff. I do see at least once him coming down trying to get one. They scattered. Of course they did. Last time I saw it, it had gotten itself a squirrel. I took pictures of it over in the neighbor's yard. You know, didn't get too close because he really didn't want to give it up. His talons were deeply embedded in it. I certainly didn't want to cause it to lose its meal. You know, they don't get them that often. Only as much as necessary to keep them alive. Sugar Ray's on a roll again, and he's one of my activists. You know, I call him mine, but he's not mine. He's himself. He's just part of the group that I'm a part of. You know, but I like where he's coming from. I gotta get my smokes. They're in the other car. Still smells like gas in here. We got another round of snow coming tomorrow. It ain't gonna be a footer, but it's gonna be a few inches. And legitimately, it only takes 1 inch of snow to make it slick and dangerous. Anything beyond that, it just gets... Things that don't go very well, I just leave them snowed in. Subaru takes me where I gotta go with this kind of crap. Don't need it 9 months of the year, but... I still use it, but, you know, I really don't need it during those months. But winter, especially like this one, couldn't do my job. I was glad to sit one out, but nonetheless. Ugh. 8 minutes 31 seconds. It's Valentine's Day, so I don't plan on these things, but it kind of happened anyhow. It wasn't super cold, you know. We bought plants in 10-degree weather and took them home. By the time we got home, they died. We're not used to that. We wouldn't live very long out there either without a whole lot of clothes, etc. But she wanted this big old, I'm sure it's pretty old too. I don't know if it's as old as we are. Well, definitely as old as humanity, but I mean, Diana and I she's 50-something, I'm 47, she's 53, I'm 47, going on 48, and etc. But nonetheless, her Valentine's gift was, we took a long ride, and she picked herself up a teddy bear and some balloons. And we stopped by and picked up the big old tree fern and some small roses and other flowers. And I got a wandering Jew. And she was like, "Do I want anything at the Dollar General?" No, you can just let me get the wandering Jew. There is actually symbolism in that, you know. I'm not going to get into detail, but, you know, I care about all good. Wandering Jew got some good in it, too. Some people don't believe that, but they say that about Muslims, too, right? I think there's good to be found wherever you look. Not in every, well, even sometimes in every individual, but, you know, in the numbers, and there's plenty of us right now. Things can get done. Gotta say, just because it's the flow, you know. I'm looking at me at the moment. I'm okay with that, you know. I'm okay with what I am now. I was always okay with myself after I pretty much hit puberty, you know. I actually turned into something that I thought looked okay. I actually thought I looked a lot like Jesus, but that's okay too. I mean, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with thinking that way. Lots of things you can look up to, and not everybody's gonna look like Jesus. I thought like him a lot. I thought too, you know, he was my guide. And a lot of people gonna tell me I'm wrong, but I still believe that if there was a Jesus, and if I am doing my best to be like him, that if he was living now, after all stuff that he managed to accomplish with his life, even he said, you know, what I have done is practically nothing compared to what you're going to do. But he didn't say this because it wasn't him, but I will say it for him. If it wasn't for Jesus, there would be nothing to build on. And that goes for a lot of other good things that have happened, other really incredibly good people. I only heard about the Buddha, I heard about Muhammad, I heard about a lot of Native American things and others around the world that did a really good job of raising thought about oneself and consciousness and all that stuff. And personally, I think all of them are really awesome. There's those that try to put you down all the time. So, constructive criticism, but nonetheless, some of them take it as plain parasites. I like it the way it is. You don't need to be no better. Just continue doing what you're doing and serve me, and that's great. Good thing they argue with each other. System Lords, go old. Stargate. That is just a thought. It isn't total reality. Art imitates life. Life imitates art. It all comes from someplace. One of the things that I comment on YouTube says we're pretty pathetic if we really need a god to make us whole. I was like, I don't put anybody down. I was just like, I have a problem comprehending how complexity could happen without something being complex in the first place. It just doesn't make sense to me. Other people like to think that there is no creator. I just can't understand how there couldn't be. And that would mean that it had to have personality because it created it, right? This particular one is just about ready to end. It's okay. I just got to do it, I asked Peter Egler to consider, you're going to talk to God anyhow. I consider every thought in my head talking to God, of course, because He's everywhere, knows everything, and created everything. And He's much bigger than I am. I can't keep track of all that stuff. I'd definitely visit at least once. I'd really like to see what it's like for you to talk to a camera. When you're doing whatever it takes to get to a place where you're ready to talk. Some people can do it. They're great actors. That's how that came about. But I need to have a little bit to drink to talk to a camera. I actually know, like I said, there's a few that do come visit, but when I'm doing it, it's to the camera, which is to God. It's my life, it's my time, this is what I am right now. It won't be the same tomorrow, it will be a little bit different. God knows.